Happy NFL Sunday, everyone. I hope your weekend has been fantastic. I'm live here in Salt Lake City International Airport. Just arrived here, and I'm ready to talk some sports. Hey, it's been some good games so far. That Buffalo Bills and Tampa Bay game, what a barn burner that one was. Obviously, a shootout. Buffalo pulled away at the end. Josh Allen was Superman on today. I think he ran for 3 touchdowns, threw for a few more as well. And unfortunately, that's what it's going to take for Buffalo to win some games because they don't have much on the perimeter at the wide receiver position. So Josh Allen and James Cook almost have to do everything offensively for this team to win. And Buffalo can't stop the run. But hey, they beat Tampa Bay today. Congrats to them. And by the way, I'm happy they beat Tampa Bay. By the way, right? So that, of course, that was a good one. Carolina came back to beat Atlanta in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Bryce Young. The Falcons made him look like a Hall of Famer on today. A 30-27 overtime comeback win for Carolina. They are only a half game back of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the NFC South. Of course, the Steelers blew out the Cincinnati Bengals on today. Aaron Rodgers got hurt, so we got to monitor that situation. And right now, as we speak, I was just watching it on the plane. Broncos up 7 over the Chiefs, 13-6. And Shedeur Sanders is in the game for the Cleveland Browns. So let's pay attention to see how he performs in that matchup. Let's move over to some NBA action here really quick. And hey, Lakers 10-4 without LeBron James. Luka Doncic again, 41 points on last night. I mean, this dude is almost averaging a triple-double so far this season. His performance has been outstanding. Austin Reeves have stepped up his game. So it's going to be really interesting. Looks like LeBron James is going to be back soon, maybe even this week, to see how he incorporates himself back into this team. And if obviously, if they can gel pretty quickly, this could be a scary team. It could be a contender in the Western Conference. You know, the Western Conference is loaded, of course, with OKC, Denver, and Houston right now at the top of the division. But the Lakers with a blowout win at Milwaukee on last night, 119-95. And speaking of the Houston Rockets, they're 8-3, right up there near the top of the Western Conference, getting ready to host the Orlando Magic on today. I'm picking the Rockets in this one. The Magic may be out Paolo Banchero, and the Rockets, man, they just got so much length and height on that team, man. Almost everybody in their starting lineup is 6'7" and taller, and they're deep and they're well coached. I'm going with the Rockets in that matchup over the Orlando Magic. Then you got the Atlanta Hawks on the road against the Phoenix Suns. Both of these teams have been playing some good basketball of late. The Phoenix Suns have been a surprise, right? You know, they got rid of Bradley Beal, got rid of Kevin Durant, and they're actually playing better. Devin Booker has been outstanding. I'm picking the Suns in a close one. I think it'll be 5 points or less over the Atlanta Hawks in that matchup. And moving on to the NHL, right? They have the Global Series playing in Sweden. Pittsburgh Penguins shut out the Nashville Predators 4-0. A game once again was played in Sweden. We got some good ones on tonight. New York Rangers hosting the Detroit Red Wings. Both of these teams are improved from last year. Rangers got a good young team. I'm picking the Rangers at home in that one. And then New York Islanders on the road against the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche have the best record in the league, and they're the fastest team on skates in the league. Avalanche only have one loss. I'm picking the Avalanche to win at home in that matchup. Let's look at recap college football here real quick. College football playoff outlook. Obviously, the updated brackets will probably come out on Tuesday night. But obviously, Ohio State still number one, just destroyed UCLA as expected on yesterday. This Ohio State team is loaded. A ton of first and second round draft picks on their roster. Indiana still number two, may have the best quarterback in college football, and Fernando Mendoza. For most of that game, all the way into the fourth quarter, he only had 2 incompletions in that game. So he's just probably the more accurate quarterback in college football on right now. Number 3, Texas A&M, they had a scare. They were down 30-3. We thought that game was over, and somehow they scored 4 touchdowns in the second half and came back and won that game. So that was a big-time comeback for Texas A&M, one of the largest in SEC history. Now, Georgia moves up to number 4 with a blowout win over who did Georgia beat? Texas, I'm sorry. Georgia with a blowout win over Texas on yesterday, 35-10. Look, this Georgia team don't have any first-round draft picks projected on his roster. So this is a well coached team. It's one of Kirby Smart's better jobs that he's done, and they're up to number 4 with that win over Texas on yesterday. Right, Ole Miss moves up to number 5 with the win over Florida. Lane Kiffin, of course, doing a phenomenal job, even as a lot of rumors are swirling about him leaving Ole Miss. Texas Tech, number 6, right? I've said this before. This is not your mama and daddy Texas Tech team. They're a physical brand, right? Back in the days, they just used to play a finesse brand that threw the ball over the field, but they're running the rock. They're pressuring the quarterback at will. David Bailey, one of the best edge rushers in college football. So they're number 6. Number 7, Oregon, Dante Moore. Looks like a top 5 pick if he decides to come out at the quarterback position. Oregon, super talented again. Oklahoma moves all the way up to number 8 with a big-time road win over Alabama on yesterday. Brent Venables finally has a Brent Venables defense. Number 9, Notre Dame, huge win over Pitt on yesterday. And number 10, Alabama falls to number 10. So they're still in the playoff conversation, but they fall to number 10. Number 11, Miami is the highest rated ACC team. Obviously a blowout win over NC State. Only problem for Miami is they got 2 conference losses, so that might hurt them when that actual playoff bracket finalizes at the end of the season. And right now, number 12, James Madison will get the group of 5 spot, but watch Tulane and watch North Texas. They're also in that conversation for that group of 5 spot. Give you some early predictions for next weekend. LSU hosting Western Kentucky. I think LSU wins going away in this matchup. Frank Wilson gets his 2nd win, and LSU will move on to 7-4. Missouri at Oklahoma. Yeah, I like Oklahoma right now. They're playing really good defense. They may get R. Mason Thomas back on their defensive line as well. So I'm going to go Oklahoma. I'm going to go 31-20 Oklahoma in that one. And probably the game of the weekend next weekend, USC at Oregon. USC with a big-time comeback win over Iowa on yesterday. And 26-21. Iowa was beaten 21-10 at the half. So I like USC to be competitive in this game, but I like Oregon to pull away in the 4th quarter in that matchup. I'm going to go Oregon 31, USC 24. That game will be in Oregon. And if the weather's sloppy, I think Oregon wins by more than that. All right, everyone. I get the baggage claim here. Y'all have an amazing week this week. Be blessed, everyone. Have some fun.